So I want to talk a little bit about what syndromal remission feels like in bipolar disorder. This could be accomplished through a number of means, diet, supplements, medications. For me, it was mainly through a low-carb diet. The very first thing I noticed was over 2 months ago was I had my first instance of actual calm. I've been sick for over 20 years, and what I didn't realize is that for an entire 20 years, it's like listening to a radio station play. But there's a lot of static over the radio, but you don't realize that there's static on the radio. And then all of a sudden, you get perfect reception and the static goes away and you can hear the music clearly for the first time. And that was my very first instance of calm that I had for 2 hours. And what I was doing was I was just putting up a mailbox. Just experiencing the sensation of doing that, of digging the hole, the feeling of the postal diggers on my hand, the feel of the dirt against my skin, driving the screws into the box. Just very simple things that I would take for granted normally. Things I just wouldn't even experience. I would have a sensory block against feeling those things. The goal would be to finish the task as quickly as possible for the sake of the task. I wouldn't actually enjoy the process of doing what I was doing. And now those experiences after 2 months have become increasingly more common, and I don't really notice them anymore. It's not a novel experience doing something for the sake of doing something. And I wanted to make this video because a lot of people don't realize I know what it's like to be highly managed and highly disciplined as a bipolar, but remission is a very different thing. Someone on a medical remission who's just getting by in life, they're not in remission. They're just struggling to keep their head above water, and they're managing to do so. Syndromal remission is something completely different. It is where your life is transformed. You are able to function as a normal human being and gain enjoyment out of things a normal person would, and maintain a routine like a normal person without having to wear a mask all the time. And it's a good feeling.